So children, now let us discuss our 8th question. Okay. So by looking at this particular diagram itself, we can say that this is from laws of motion topic, right? So this is subtopic is pulleys, at-foot machine. We used to say at-foot machine. So here if you observe, there are two different masses. One is M1 and M2. Okay. Let me say this 4 kgs as M1, 4 kgs as M1 and this 1 kg as M2. Let me say this angle is alpha and let me say this angle is beta. So let us assume like this. So we can go in two different approaches. First one is that directly by writing its formula. So how to find the tension here? Tension T is equal to M1 sine alpha plus M2 sine beta by M1 plus M2 into G. So this is the direct formula. So look my dear children, this is very easy if you know this formula, or else I'll go for the second method, that is derivation. Okay. So M1 is 4 kgs. So 4 into sine 60 plus, whereas M2 is 1. 1 into sine 30 like this by M1 plus M2. That is 4 plus 1 into G. G is 10. So 4 root 3 by 2 plus 1 into 1 by 2. That is half divided by 5. G is 10. So 5 2's. So remaining is 4 root 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 into 2. So I could write it as 4 root 3 plus 1. So this is the answer for tension T. See where units are in Newton. So by looking at this, we could say that option 1 is correct. 4 root 3 plus 1. Okay. So option A is correct here. So students, those who don't want this formula, so let me go with the derivation method also. Option 1 is correct. Okay. Now, we'll go for the alternate method also. So let me erase this first. Right. So let me assume that the body is coming down in this direction with an acceleration A. Okay. So here the forces acting on it is tension T. There are two directions. One is away from the body and other one is away from the pulley. Tension T like this. Okay. Two difference. One is away from this block of mass 4 kg and other one is from this one pulley like this. So two directions. So let me draw its free body diagram. So this is a block of mass M1 which is coming down with an acceleration A. So this component is mg sine alpha by saying this angle is equal to alpha. Whereas on other side tension T is there. Okay. So the equation for this, since it is coming down with an acceleration A, what does it says is that downward force is bigger than the upward force. Downward force is bigger than the upward force. So here downward force is mg sine alpha. Better to say M1. M1g sine alpha is greater than tension T. So our logic is that bigger force minus smaller force is equal to mass into acceleration. So this is equation 1. Okay. This comes under equation 1. Now on the other side it is like this. So there is a block of mass M2 which is equal to 1 kg and this component is M2g sine beta because you name the angle as beta. So which angle is beta? This angle is beta. And other side the force is T. So here what you have to think is that in one direction if it is coming down, no doubt in other direction it goes up with an acceleration A. So in this direction it is coming down, in this another direction it is going up with an acceleration A. So now the tension T is bigger. Since the acceleration is in upward direction, here upward force is tension T. So tension T is bigger. So bigger force is tension T, which is bigger than, tension is greater than M2g sine beta, isn't it? So what is our equilibrium equation? Bigger force minus smaller force will give you mass into acceleration. Will give you mass into acceleration. Okay. So as let me say that this comes under equation number 2. Equation number 2. So by adding 1 and 2, 1 plus 2, what you are going to get here? By adding 1 and 2, what you are going to get here? So 1 is m1g sine alpha minus t, which is equal to m1a. The second equation is t minus m2g sine beta is equal to m2a. Like this we have to write. So this t, by adding it will both will go away. So the remaining part is m1, here g is common here. So m1 sine alpha minus m2 sine beta. Okay. The common factor is g, which is equal to m1 plus m2 into a. So with this you can find out acceleration. What is acceleration now? m1 sine alpha minus m2 sine beta by m1 plus m2, and this complete thing is multiplied by g. So like this you have to find acceleration, my dear children. So once after finding acceleration, what you have to do is that you have to substitute it back either in equation 1 or equation 2. You have to substitute it back either in equation 1 or equation 2. So here this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So let this be equation number 3. Now substitute equation 3 in equation 1 or equation 2. Then what we get is that tension T is equal to m1 sine alpha plus m2 sine beta by m1 plus m2 whole is multiplied by g. Like this you'll get. So instead of doing all this in exams, we will waste lot of time. So instead of doing all this, it's better to remember the formula directly, because what happens in your material is that there are only 5 to 6 cases, 6 different pulley arrangements. So if you practice much, you could remember the formulas directly. Okay. So with this, students, I am closing this particular question, 8th question. Now we move on to the next one.